Liverpool versus everybody. Happy Monday to everyone. Hope all is well. I'm sure it's hard for you not to be well after such a great weekend. Watching Liverpool Football Club play and win and do it in amazing fashion. I want to do a quick shout out to the Anfield Rap. They have a marvelous, amazing channel on YouTube. And I know it's not a new thing to most people, nor is it to me. I just want to remind people that if you didn't know, if you're looking for a different perspective, if you've exhausted all of your Liverpool supporter channels that you can, looking for something else and you don't know about them, please check them out. I found myself nodding my head yes to damn near everything they said. Made a lot of good points. And a few of those things I wanted to touch on and kind of piggyback on. First is being the reject. Mo Salah. Of all the things people said and doubted with this guy, more than anything, I'm happy for him. I don't think he had any doubts in his mind of his talents, his gift. And it's good to see that he has stayed within that and maybe proved a lot of people wrong, whether it be some of us supporters, pundits, opposing teams, Chelsea fans for sure, Mourinho. He's doing his thing and with ease, it seems like, to be honest. So that's just lovely to see. It's lovely to see that Fab Four together in general. And that's got to be a major headache for players going into games, for managers, for the fans of other teams. A lot of that game, I was talking to Onyx, and they had a lot of times on that left wing, Mane was getting double teamed, which means you got Coutinho to still fend for, or to still, you got to make sure you cover him. You got Firmino, you got Salah, Ox when he's firing. Don't even mention Lala. So it's a lot to deal with, and it's probably overwhelming for a lot of teams. And you can see that Southampton struggled with that. So yeah, Salah is just making things click right now, and I don't think anyone really thought that he would be. It's still early, I get it, but no one really thought that he'd have as many goals as he does right now, leading the Premier League. I mean, that's just beyond amazing. And for me, it puts to rest these ideas of switching over to Firmino now, that we need a proper number 9. You know what I mean? I get it, and I feel like people are entitled to that opinion. I don't necessarily think it's a bad opinion. I just think, number one, it won't happen because that's just not how Klopp wants to play. But also, Firmino does so many other things. I probably mentioned it before, but we don't get that first goal unless he bullies the ball over Tadic. And it's things like that that just go, they go unappreciated for a lot of supporters, which is cool, it's fine. Now, I'm not opposed to, once Coutinho leaves, maybe putting Firmino down in kind of that whole area and then getting a proper 9. Maybe we'll see, I don't know. But I'm loving what we're doing right now, so, forgive me if I'm just feeling like the team we have now, I'm happy with that. The players we have now, for the most part, I'm happy with some, exceptions. But even on that, I know I probably come across sometimes on this channel or Redman TV in the comment section as if maybe I look down on people's opinions, and, that's not accurate. I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and even though we all support the same team and want the same things, we don't have to always agree, but we can do it respectfully. We can respect each other with it. That's the beautiful thing about it. We all have different opinions, and at the end of the day, we should just get behind the team. One of those examples is Henderson and Chan, and a lot of people are split between who's better, who should be captain. Is Emery Chan really worthy of the money he's asking for? At the end of the day, again, let's get behind the team and support who we have right now. And next season, if we don't have some of those players that do have them, we'll go with that accordingly. But on to Coutinho. I haven't always rated Coutinho. If you watch this channel, you know that. I'm not as big as a fan of him as most people are. But what I will say is he's playing his behind off. I mean, he's not playing like he wants to leave, and that's what you want to see. It's almost like Suarez in his last season. Coutinho, the goal-to-game ratio is amazing. He's getting goals, he's getting assists. He's just playing for the shirt, and you can see with the celebrations and everything, like he wants to play. He wants to play, and I feel like he knows he'll get his move. But until he does that again, you get behind him. You got to just love that quartet, man. It's like a beautiful swing jazz group we got there. You got Coutinho on drums, kind of getting things started. You got the big man up top, Firmino on bass. You got Sadio Mane on keys, playing a lovely ballad over there. And then, you got the man, Mo Salah, on the saxophone, sexy sax. and just blowing the audience away. So, you know, when we're playing music like that and the poetry is moving in motion like that, we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped. And, you know, like they said on the Anfield Rap, you know, Jurgen Klopp has to back himself, and the fortune he has right now is at his disposal. You know, this is probably the best squad we've had right now, just as far as, you know, having people fit and ready and firing since he's been there, let's be honest. And, you know, as he said in his press conference, and, you know, the Anfield Rap alluded to, he can't play guys until they're injured. So I would expect to see a bit of a change squad for the Champions League, maybe more than usual. I don't think wholesale changes are necessary, but definitely in some key areas. Don't be surprised if you see Mane or Salah sitting for the first half. The Chelsea game is a big game, maybe the most important game up until this point. You know, this year seems like a flip-flop of last year. We're doing really good against the lower teams, which is really, really good to say, and shouldn't be gone, and it shouldn't be glossed over. You know what I mean? Last year we struggled with them a lot, and we haven't beat them all this year. We drew with Newcastle, we drew with Man United, we drew with Watford and Burnley, but we're not losing these games, where in the past we would really struggle and throw some of these games away. So that's good. If we can just start beating some of the bigger teams, that would be great, and I feel like that's coming. That first new test is Chelsea, so got to be ready for that. Most important thing right now is Champions League with Sevilla. We know what that's about. I'll come back with a preview for that game tomorrow, but just want to talk about a few things while I had it on my mind. And yeah, Mo Salah, Firmino, and Coutinho were the guys I really, really wanted to talk about. And just proud of the team. Just proud of the team. Putting a lot of things to bed that people say we can't do, whether it's within our camp, our own group of supporters, or other teams. But just happy where we are. It feels good to be a Liverpool fan right now. It makes me happy to see the team beating teams like that, that they should be beating, you know, and pretty easily, if you will. That game could have been 4 or 5-0. So, but we'll take the 3-0 and keep marching on to Sevilla. Big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. Can't take it lightly. We got to win this group. We got to win this group and just stay in winning ways. And I got a special feeling about what Liverpool's going to be doing right now. And why can't it be us? Why can't we shock the world? Why can't we win the Champions League? I believe we can. You're going to see a lot of me this week. So if you don't like it, you might want to turn away now. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for a pregame vid. And until then, see ya.